I wanted to go to architectural school, but since it was way far from my town, I have to go to the closest major, which was civil engineering.
So I went to Westchester with the intention of going to medical school. And when I got there, I started working in the ER, and I hated patients, which is not a good sign. And I was in a cellular and molecular biology course, and the professor says, "You have really good lab hands." And so he got me a job working in a research lab with a professor, and I really loved it. And
liked math, and I even thought I wanted to teach it, but I didn't really like young children. So I thought I'll teach at the college level.
So, for example, at Westchester, when I was there, my research advisor, Dr. Woodruff, he was the one that showed me how you apply for graduate school. He helped me with my application materials, and he was even the one that sat me down and said, because I said, "How am I going to pay for this?" And he goes, "Oh, girl, let me tell you." And he told me about how in the medical sciences, if you're doing a cellular molecular degree, they pay your tuition and you get a stipend, and you shouldn't go to a program unless they give you medical insurance. And so he helped me find good programs to apply to.
Being able to take on leadership roles, at the national or at the regional level, being able to bounce ideas off of several dozen people that had already experimented with something that I was wondering about.
The most influential person in my education as well as career, one was the professor in my undergraduate who taught me the human relationship and also the human interaction with design. Because everything with design, the client or the customer is all human. So it's very important you know what works or what it doesn't work.
Children, there's I think 8 known cases in the world, so it's called an orphan disease. There's no treatment for it because it's really not worth the pharmaceutical companies researching it for 8 children. And so that was the disease that I was studying. And we made some research discoveries regarding, you guys all know the sugar-free diet. We would feed those to I worked with fruit flies, our fruit fly models for this metabolic disorder, and we would look and see if it would improve how their disease phenotypes. And it did. We worked with the doctors to come up with basically a treatment plan for the child. Even though I'm not a clinician, they decided that putting the child on a ketogenic diet and giving him some antioxidants. And so that child is doing a lot better than the other children that were identified, and his disease progression is significantly slower.
Was my being selected to participate in this National Professional Development Group. It's called Project Next, and just really excited to to get to share that belongingness with some of the students that go along.
Something that happened in a Slippery Rock, because we are here, is developing the program. I hired as a first faculty in civil engineering, so I start everything from scratch here.